Well, welcome back DIY car guys and car girls, and today we're going to try the very inexpensive Amazon replacement wideband that works for my AEM back here. This is currently $39.99 and that is extremely inexpensive. It has some good reviews and it has some bad reviews, but I'm going to do something a little bit different with mine. Obviously, we can't see how long it's going to last. Well, we might. If it'll only last going around the block, we know that it's trash. Because I'm running 110 leaded gasoline in this guy right here. And if you don't know, leaded gasoline is some of the worst things that loves to kill widebands. So we'll see if it works. We do know the one that's in there right now, which is the official one that's supposed to work for the AEM widebands. It's worked for quite a while, still working great. What we're going to do, we're going to take the readings on that right now, and we're going to see exactly where it is. So I'm going to take the truck out, we're going to see where it's reading. Then I'm going to come back, and we're going to take the inexpensive knockoff one right here, put it in, see if it works, and see if it's reading around the same on the air fuel. Because obviously, if it's reading way different than the official one, then it's obviously not good, even if it does work. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out for a ride with the official AEM wideband, come back, put this guy in, and see what it does. Let's get to it. Okay, so first thing you want to do when you install one of these, make sure you have anti-seize in there. Some of them come with anti-seize already on. Make sure you do it because they're in there a long time. You have a hard time getting them out. So let's get this one out and the generic one in. I should have got this thing a little higher. All right, this one is out. This one in. Hopefully it works. Get some zippies to make sure it doesn't hit the exhaust. Done. Yeah. Alrighty, it's up in there. See, just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. Let's see if it makes any kind of readings when we start it up. All right, drum roll, guys. All right, here we go. It's working! Okay, before we get out and do a test drive, this is a new day. The stuff came up and I had to cut the video short that day, so this is the next day, and it's considerably cooler today than it was yesterday. So if it reads a little bit higher, then we're gonna have to chalk that up to atmospheric conditions being colder. And if you saw in the last clip, it was around like, you know, wide open throttle, way up in the power band, you know, 6,000 to 7,000 RPM. It was around like, you know, 11.9 to 12.0. So it's actually running a little fat. And the reason why it's running a little fat is because I was tuning this guy to run strictly on nitrous. I was doing corner jetting, trying to get all the plugs to have the same fueling. So that's why it's a little fat. But as you know, I am going supercharger because the place, my local place, I can no longer get my bottles filled. Have to get another bottle, $10 a pound. So I'm done with nitrous. It's just become way too expensive for a small guy like me. I'd rather spend all the money up front, get this guy set up for boost. Let's get out there and make some hits. Okay, well there you have it. I took these clips back on my computer and I'm gonna put them side by side so you can use your own two eyes and you can make your own assumption about it. But what I saw, it is pretty darn close. Now, I believe it's a Gledwen or Gledwen, however you pronounce it, but that's the generic brand, which is like $39.99 as opposed to $129, $25, whatever it was, that the AEM Bosch sensor, that is the one that's certified to be perfect to work in that AEM wideband gauge right there. So I didn't expect it to work. I didn't expect it to be that close. Now, how long will it last? We can't say. I could drive around a couple of more times, maybe it'll take a poop. I have no idea. I do know that I have a whole bunch of 110 up there and I need to lean this out because it's still set up for nitrous. Like I said, I'm going supercharger, but I'm gonna burn the rest of this 110 because that's expensive gas and we'll see how long it lasts. I can't do it now, but if it does take a dump and it starts not working, I'll report back to you guys. But does it work? At least the one I have, it works and it's pretty darn close. I mean, it's so close that it's not gonna throw anything off in your motor. If you were to take, I'm pretty sure if I were to take the Bosch, put it in there right now, it would probably read exactly the same because it's a little cooler. It's got more dense air. So of course it's gonna lean up the mixture just a little bit in days like this because, you know, a carburetor is not EFI, it doesn't self-calibrate. It is what it is. So here it is. Use your own eyes, your own judgment. I'm gonna put them side by side here. And I'm also gonna put a link to the Gledwen O2 down here in the pinned comment and in the description. So if you wanna pick it up, go ahead and pick it up. I mean, if it doesn't work, you can return it, free returns, and it's $39. I ain't sponsored by nobody. This is just me looking, trying to save money and helping you guys out. So check this video out, use your own eyes, own your assumption, and tell me what you think in the comments below.